What I'm going to talk about tonight is a late 1980s Roland GS-6 digital guitar sound system. It's a rack-mounted preamp. And what makes this device a little bit unique compared to other devices of the same era is that rather than having a scroll wheel and a bunch of menus that you have to click through, which can get kind of confusing, most of the controls are actually knobs on the front panel. Whoops. We have a gain knob that you'd select depending on the power output of your pickups. We have the output level, which controls the signal going to the outputs in the back. And this is really cool. This device has a two-stage gain section. There's a pre-drive and a post-drive, which if you're a distortion purist and you like having a lot of control over the amount of pre-gain or post-gain, you've got two gain stages here. And you've got a master volume, which is used to set the level of the patch. Then your bass, and then it's a parametric EQ for the mids. This knob sets the frequency that you want to focus on, and then this is boost that frequency or cut that frequency. Right now I'm going to leave them flat. And then your treble. As you can see, when I'm turning a knob, the control panel will, for example, this is knob 7. So when I'm turning this knob, it says I'm on knob 7, and it tells me what the value is. You know, straight up is value 50, all the way counterclockwise is value 99, and all the way down is, of course, value 0. Alright, that's the front panel. We also have some buttons over here: reverb, digital delay, chorus, noise suppressor, and a hum cancel. And then some buttons here for writing patches, doing some MIDI parameters. This is for checking the value of different settings, and then a manual mode, which we'll cover later. That's the front panel. What I'm going to do next is a factory reset on the unit. To do a factory reset, you press the down arrow and the right arrow at the same time, and then power it on, and then the display is going to read FR for factory reset. Then you press the right button, you'll see an LD for load, and then it'll be done. We'll be in the factory reset mode. Factory right, load, boom. There, now this device has been reset to the factory settings, and that leads me to what's on the top. The top has a handy dandy guide to what the factory presets are. And you can see that bank 1, Roland calls that the Jazz Blues bank. So all across here would be the 8 patches in the Jazz Blues bank. Bank 2 is the Fusion bank. Ooh, that sounds sexy. There's 8 patches in the Fusion bank. Bank 3 is the Hard Rock bank. Again, there's 8 patches there. And bank 4 is the Heavy Metal bank. Beefy stack, big metal, right metal, full metal, so on and so forth. So we've just factory reset our device, and I'm going to go through each of these sounds, all 32, so you can hear what they sound like. Okay, one thing before I begin going through all the patches is I need to explain what these numbers mean. According to the manual, I got this online, this first number here corresponds to the distortion setting, or the preamp setting that you're using. So There's 8 different preamp settings. There's dry is number 1. Number 2 is solid. Number 3 is warm. Number 4 is hard. 5 is metal. 6 is heavy. 7 is special 1, and 8 is special 2. So right now, this tells me that the second number and the third number that's the bank, and that's the patch in the bank. So I'm on bank 1, patch 1, and the preamp type is dry. If I want to change this, I can change it on any of the patches. There's a little dot right here. I don't know if you can see that. That dot means that this column is active, so I can use my up and down arrows to change that value. So I'm changing the preamp setting for patch bank 1, patch 1. Okay. If I want to change the bank, I hit the right arrow. My little button goes over, my dot goes over there. So now I'm changing the bank. Bank 5, bank 6, bank 7, bank 8. And back to bank 1. Now to change the patch inside that bank, go over one more. There, now it's patch 2, patch 3, patch 4, patch 5. And notice when I go from patch 3 has preamp type 1. The preset for patch 4 is using preamp type 3. So this first number is always the preamp type, which again is on this list here, warm. I'll go to bank 5, so bank patch 1, bank 6 is using preamp type 4, which is hard. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go back to patch 1. There. And we're going to go through the sounds now. Okay, here we go. We've already talked about bank 1, patch 1. Patch 2, that's clean and round. Number 3 is boppin'. 4 is chorused jazz rock. 5 is dark and mellow. 6 is play the blues. 's actually a pretty good patch. 1-7 is twin leads. That's a nice. It's got a nice chorus. Is grit. As you can see, that uses special 1 as the preamp type. All right, let's go to bank 2. Bank 2, patch 1. Again, that uses preamp type 1. 2-1 is chorus JC120. that sounds good. Bank 2, patch 2 is a fat JC20. 2-3 is Heaven. This is one of my favorites. The reverb and the delay go on for 3 seconds at least. 2-4 is Slightly Dirty. Alright, 2-5 is Bright to Bleed. That patch uses preamp type 4, which is hard. Preamp types 3 and 4, I think, are the best ones, but that's a pretty good sounding patch. Bang 2, patch 6 is American to Bleed. Seven is Dark to Bleed. All right, 2-8 is Chorused to Bleed. And here's a good example, or a good time to demonstrate the noise suppressor. I think my phone's picking up the hum from the preamp here. Turn on the noise suppressor, hum goes away. So now we're on bank 3, patch 1, Rock Stacked. Bank 3, patch 2, which is English Stack. Bank 3, patch 3, tube overdrive. This is one of my favorites. Put on the neck pickup here. Bank 3, patch 4, doubled backing. Not a big fan of that one. Bank 3, patch 5, fat rock lead. Three 6, hacksaw flange. Three 7, big Godzilla. Godzilla, it says that right there. Three 8 is Kanwa. Last bank of the factory patches. Bank 4, patch 1 is Beefy Stack. Whoops. There we go. Bank 4, patch 2 is Big Metal. Bank 4, patch 3 is Bright Metal. Bank 4, patch 4 is Full Metal. Bank 4, patch 5 says Stereo Doubler. GS-6 flanged metal. Bank 4, patch 7, metal chorus. Bank 4, patch 8, machine lead. That's it for the factory patches. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about with the Roland GS-6 is manual mode. When we were going through the factory patches, let's say we're at bank 1, patch 1, you notice I didn't touch any of the knobs. The values for pre-drive, post-drive, bass, mid, treble, reverb, blah 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 are saved with that patch, right? So when I go between patches, the unit resets itself to whatever the settings for that patch are, regardless of where the knobs are set. For example, this patch might be saved with the treble all the way up. When you switch to this bank, it doesn't matter what value this knob is at, this patch is going to play according to the settings inside of it. Well, Roland gave this unit a manual mode. Here's a button over here on the right. When you're in manual mode, all the knobs are live. The unit's going to play exactly what each of these knobs are currently at. So it's more like a live preamp at that point. The numbers don't really mean anything. I went up to bank 8, patch 8, because there was nothing there, and so I'm using that now for bank 8, patch 8 saves my settings for reverb, delay, and chorus if I want to use those. But when I'm in manual mode, now all these knobs are live, and I'm going to go through. Right now I'm on the dry preamp mode. Remember my chart from before? Number 1 is dry. Level up a little bit. See how all the knobs are live now? Whatever I tweak the knobs to is what you're going to hear. Here's the pre-drive and the post-drive. Remember I said earlier there's a 2-stage gain. You can think of it almost as maybe 2 preamp tubes inside the thing. But we'll turn the pre-drive up all the way. Turn the pre-drive down, leave the post-drive up. So you can see there's lots of tweaking you can do with a 2-stage gain. Turn those down, and we'll switch up to type 2, which is solid. Do some pre-drive. You can get some pretty good tones by playing with the pre-drive and the post-drive. Anyone with a vintage amp that has a two-stage gain knows what I'm talking about. Let's try number 3. 3 is warm. This is probably warm is probably my favorite preamp setting on this device. Let's try add some pre. Gain stages all the way up. Turn the pre down and just have one, the post stage all the way up. Turn those both down again, and we'll go up to preamp type 4, which is hard. Add some pre-drive. Some post drive at the second stage. That sounds pretty good. Turn those. Let's try drive type 5, which is metal. You can hear with the pre-drive and post-drive all the way down, it's still pretty overdriven. Let's add some pre-drive. Got some post drive. Drives down. Let's go to preamp type 6, which says heavy. Add some pre-drive. drive type 7, which I'm not real crazy about. I'm not sure what the pre-drive does. I don't think it's a gain stage. It sounds more like a phaser kind of thing, or an auto wah. And the post drive, that sounds like a gain there. Like I said, I'm not too crazy about preamp type 7 or 8. We'll go to type 8, which is special 2. That's manual mode. You can use it like a regular preamp. Just select your preamp type, and all the knobs are active.